This question actually we tried to do in the morning session, but there was a little bit of question was not put up in a right way. The question format was not correct. So this question was same question we did it for earlier one. This original cost becomes 55,000 and life of the machine is 4 years, but the salvage value of the machine is 15,000. So after 4 years, the value will be 15,000. Then, if that is so, then find out the amount of depreciation for each year and the book value at the end of fourth year under these two methods, straight line method and WDV method. So here only thing is that this was the question. Earlier the question was put in a different way. WDV method with 20% depreciation. That was a mixture of two questions. So that is not.
Our voice is not clear coming, sir.
Anybody else? Can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Now it is better, sir. Better.
Not in better question, sir.
No, it's clear only.
Hello. Yeah, I think I'm testing the voice. It is.
It's clear, sir.
It's okay.
Now clear, sir. Now.
Okay. So this amount of depreciation and book value at the end of fourth year we have to calculate. That is the question. So if such salvage value is given in the question, then the formula to be used under straight line method is depreciation amount equal to C minus S divided by N, where C is the cost of the machine, S is the salvage value divided by N. N is the machinery life expectancy, what the estimated years of life for the machine. And for WDV method, the depreciation rate will be calculated, then depreciation will be calculated. Here, SLM method, directly depreciation amount will be calculated here. But in case of WDV method, the depreciation rate will be calculated by using this formula 1 minus S divided by C to the power 1 by N. So this will give us the rate of depreciation for each year. From that rate, we will take out the depreciation amount and find out what is the book value. Okay, so just write down the formula so that we can do the exercise. So simply here, what is the thing? Here, given that the cost of the machine is 55,000 and the salvage value is 15,000.
Sir, your screen is not coming, sir.
Pardon?
Your screen is not coming, sir.
Screen is not coming.
It's
No,
coming,
sir.
ma'am.
It's clear, ma'am.
It's a visual.
Visual, sir.
Please reset your thing, and somebody again is telling voice is not clear. Please check your own device, because some other people are telling it is clear. Some other people, they can see, most of the people they can see the screen. So please check your own device. Okay, I think my device is okay. So here the cost of the machine is 55,000, salvage value is 15,000, and estimated life is 4 years. Okay. Now, for straight line method, depreciation equal to, as I told you, formula was C minus S divided by N. So C minus S is how much? 55,000 minus 15,000. So it is 40,000.
10,000.
Divided by 4. So yearly depreciation is 10,000 simply. 10,000 is the depreciation each year under straight line method. Therefore, what will happen? Suppose at the end of fourth year, what is the book value? So at the end of fourth year, what will be book value? So 10,000 is the yearly depreciation into 4. So at the end of 4 year, total depreciation will be 40,000. So original value was 55,000 and 40,000 is the depreciation amount. So 15,000 will be book value, which is equal to the salvage value. This equal to your salvage value. So book value will be 15,000, which equals to salvage value. So this is the first method we have calculated. Now for second method, that is WDV depreciation method, the depreciation rate has to be calculated. So depreciation rate is, as I told you, it is 1 minus S divided by C to the power 1 by N. So that means 1 minus S salvage value is 15,000, right? 15,000 divided by original value 55,000 to the power 1 by 4. So you calculate and tell me what is the value. So 15,000, so 15 by 55 to the power this. So 15 by, so it is coming 2727, right? To the power 0.25. How much it is?
Sir, how to calculate to the power of 0.25?
In the morning class, you were not there.
Actually, I wasn't there.
So you missed the thing. So I have given that thing in the morning class. So just ask anybody, or when the PPT will be provided, first PPT slide contains how to calculate that one. Got it? So it will be 1 minus 0.7226. So equal to this 1 minus this means it will be 0.2774. So this is the percentage rate. So we have to calculate the first year how much. So what is the first year, second year, third year, and fourth year depreciation? And what is the book value? So first year depreciation will be how much? First year depreciation will be on the 55,000. So 55,000 multiplied by 0.2774. So it comes to 15,257. 15,257. So book value will be minus 55,000. So it comes to 39,743. Next, on this book value, this rate will be the depreciation. So that will be, so that comes to 11,025. So it will be this minus this. So it becomes 8, 1, 7, 8, and 2. Now on this again, this percentage, so it becomes how much? So it becomes 7966. 7966. So minus this one, so it will be 25720. Again 20752 multiplied by 0.2774.
5757.
57.
5756.
57.
I'm getting
57.
57667. 20,652 multiplied by 0.2774. Oh, yeah, 5757. 5757. So, what is the difference?
14,995.
14,995.
995.
So, this is almost equal to the salvage value. So, only 5 rupees less. Salvage value is 15,000. So, this is the correct answer. So, after 4 years, book value is also 15,000. Similarly, here also book value is 15,000, which is the salvage value. So, this is the way you have to.
So how to calculate this 0.2727 raised to 0.25, sir?
So is this 727226, sir? Sir, how it has come 0.7226, sir?
This to the power 1/4.
How to
This to the
calculate it,
power.
sir?
How to calculate in calculators?
You have to calculate it. Everything, if I will do it, then say, I've given you the formula how to do it. So you have to devise it. So if I explain this, how to calculate, it will take a lot of time. Please calculate through. There are so many YouTube videos are there. You can follow 2 or 3 steps are there. 2, 3 methods are there to calculate the higher amount of thing or lower amount of thing. So in the morning session, I have given one calculation also. If you can do that, that's fine. Otherwise, you follow those video, it will be done. Okay. So so suppose I want to explain again, it will take 10 minutes time. So I cannot complete the entire exercises.
No,
so
sir.
just
See,
remember,
if we apply the same 13 times square root and multiply by 0.25, we'll get the answer, sir.
see that I have given, that is, I told you that if you want to do anything x to power y, it will work. Means everything will work, na?
Okay, fine, sir. Yeah, then we'll find it out.
That steps I have given you, that step for x to the power y. Whether it is y is 1 or 180 or 2000, everything it will work.
Okay.
Any decimal
0.25
also
also will work, means no problem.
So that's why I told in the beginning, I told you that that formula works for x to power. But remember, your simple calculator, when you are doing it, it will be the giving the correct answer when such decimals are taken into consideration. Remember, when this x is a decimal, x is a decimal, it will give you correct answer. If x you take more than say 10 or 15, and suppose you want to calculate 10 to the power 180, so your calculator will not support this, because after the last step, after doing the plus and equal to 9 times, it will give error. So always remember, this formula is used to calculate the interest rate to the power. Normally, in case of housing loan or reverse mortgage loan, when we have to calculate, suppose you want to calculate 6.5% is the interest rate, and suppose 240 is the month. So you have to calculate that to the power n. So 6.5 is 0. How much? 0.65 to the power 240. So this will give you the correct answers. When this x is a decimal, it will be working in your calculator, 12-digit simple calculator. Otherwise, if you take the x as a whole number which is more than 5, it will not give you the result. So this method to be used to only calculate that formula where we have that 1 plus r to the power n. So this formula where this interest, that x becomes a decimal, then it will give you the correct result. Otherwise, you have to go for other methods. You can watch the YouTube, you can get the thing.
No, sir.
Okay?
In that method, I calculated, I am getting that answer. 0.7226 I am getting. Thank you.
Okay, fine.
Sir, if first year, second year, third year, fourth year, how you are putting the value, sir? Not clear, sir. First year, second year, third year. Sir, here first year, second method, in second method.
हाँ, depreciation किसके ऊपर होता है? On which depreciation is calculated? WDB method का depreciation yesterday last class in the morning I told you na, suppose 10,000 is the value and 10% is the depreciation. So first year depreciation how much?
1000
1000. कैसे मिला आपको ये?
10% निकाला उसका.
तो फिर यहाँ पे ओरिजिनल वैल्यू क्या था? मशीन का
यहाँ पे
ओरिजिनल वैल्यू क्या था? What was the original value? Huh?
9,000.
55,000 sir.
So 55,000 and I told you this is the rate of depreciation.
Okay.
तो यहाँ पे rate था 10%. Instead of 10% it is given as 0.2727. So इसको अगर 100 में multiply करो तो आपको 27.7% आता है कि नहीं depreciation?
Yes sir.
Now 55,000 का 27.74% 15,257 आता है कि नहीं?
Yes sir.
आता है ना?
Hmm.
तो फिर तो next WD में what has to be done? So you depreciate 9,000 and now 10% on the 9,000. So this value is the depreciation percentage calculated on this. This amount is calculated on this. This amount is calculated on this. So after deducting that this minus this equal to this minus this equal to this. You are not reading the book also, not reading the study material. So
Sir,
how
morning
it is
session,
possible?
I did not attend class in morning session, sir. That's why.
No, that is not the issue. Issue is that study material is there. Retail banking book is there. Everything explained there, how to calculate the depreciation for a straight line method and WDB method. These are the simple and very popular method. Simply 2 minutes reading will make it clear. If the basic things are not known, then it will be very difficult for you. Okay. Now we have calculated this two things. Okay. Now next question is value of property is 50 lakh for which Mr. X has applied for a reverse mortgage loan. The bank considers 80% of the property value as loan. So LTV is 80% and loan is for a 15 years period. Rate of interest is 10%. Calculate the monthly, quarterly and annual installment. So here LTV is 80%. 80% matlab 0.80. Okay. And your present value is 50 lakh. So we want to calculate what is the monthly installment he will get or quarterly he will get and what is the annual installment he will get. Okay. So in such cases, the formula, what is the formula for this this monthly or quarterly? For reverse mortgage, the installment formula equal to present value multiplied by a rate of interest multiplied by LTV divided by your 1 plus R to the power n minus 1. So for monthly, what will be the rate of interest?
Divided by 12.
For monthly, what will be the rate of interest?
Into 0.8.
Or by 1,000.
10 divided by 1200. Directly you take 10 divided 1200. So how much it will be? 0.008333. Okay. Now n will be how much? 15 years into 12 months because it is monthly. So n is equal to 180. So calculate by replacing PV we know it is 50 lakh, LTV we know 0.80. So put all the value and calculate. And this 00833 I have in the morning first we have calculated, I have told you how to calculate the power. So this number I have given you 1.00833 to the power 180 I had given you. So if you remember that value what we have got, so that will be the value here. So simply you have to, for monthly, this R will be this and N will
Then
be
about
this.
it.
For quarterly, this is for monthly. For quarterly, R will be how much? 10 divided by 400.
400.
So this becomes how much? 0.025. And N becomes how much? Quarterly N becomes how much?
60.
15 years into 4 quarters. In a year, 4 quarters. So N becomes 60. And for annual installment, simply R becomes your 0.10, 10% is 0.10, and N is nothing but N is 15. So you replace all this value, you will get the answer. So I will let you know I have done this. So what is my answer I will give you. So for monthly it is coming for me is 9651 monthly installment he will get. And for the quarterly he will get 29,414. And for annually he will get 1,25,895. Okay, so just replace all these figures in the formula, you will get the installment. Any doubt on this? Now don't ask me how to.
Sir, I got 9688.
9688. Oh, that's okay. So 96588 something somewhere something this actually this is what will make the difference. This one will make the difference 0.00. If you take so you take better 4 3 year. You might have taken 3 threes. So if you take 4 threes, actually it is 4 threes. 008 4 threes you take. This will be the amount you will get it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so 10 by 1200 equal to 008 4 threes are actually the thing is. You can calculate the, someone can calculate the second one, whether 29414 you are getting or not. Simply, you have to do this. Only problem is with you to calculate that 1 plus R to the power N, because N here is 180, N here is 60. So it will be difficult. So you have to follow those steps to how to calculate. Okay, we'll go to the next one. I'm going to the next question. Anybody, those who want to write it down or take the screenshot, please take it. I'm going to erase this one.
Wait, sir. Wait, sir.
अभी तक क्या कर रहे थे यार? जब मैं कर रहा हूँ सब कुछ.
Okay.
Okay, done. So I'm erasing it and going to the next slide. Now, same thing, you have to do it. Same, you may not get the answer because of this formula thing, reverse mortgage loan. So, a senior citizen owning a business in a house worth 100 lakhs. 100 lakh ka house hai, that worth of house is 100 lakh. He approach his bank to avail a loan under reverse mortgage to meet his daily medical and living expenditure. As per the loan scheme, bank sanctioned a maximum of 75% of the value of property. So LTV is 75%. So here LTV is 75%, or how much it will be? 70% means 0.75. Okay. And with rate of interest 9%. So rate of interest is 9%. And period is 15 years. So N is 15 years. Based on the above data, answer the following. What is the monthly installment Manoj Kumar will get under reverse mortgage? So in such case, monthly interest means what will be the R? R equal to 9 by 1200.
9 by 12.
0.0075. Okay. And n will be how much? N will be
15 to 12.
15 to 12, 80, 180. So 180 is the n. So same formula. No, here the same formula will not be there. Here the formula will be different because he is getting a loan. So getting a loan and monthly, what is the monthly installment Manoj Kumar will get under reverse mortgage? Okay, fine. So can you apply the same formula and do this? Same formula, that amount of loan. So amount of loan is how much? Amount of loan will be 7. This is the, so 75 lakh, right? So he will get 100 lakh was the value. So 78% will get 75 lakh multiplied by your 0.0075 divided by 1.0075 to the power 180 minus 1. Because 1 plus r is 1.0075 to the power 180 minus 1. So this will be the result. So as per my calculation, I got here 19,820. So only problem is calculating this one. So you can calculate this one and you get a result of this one. Okay. So this is the first thing.
Sir, here LTV will be not used, sir. In the formula, LTV was there. Previous formula, LTV was there, sir.
LTV is the amount of loan to be given by the bank on the property. So property worth, how much is the worth of the property?
100 lakhs.
75% of the 100 lakh will be given by the bank as a loan. So that's why I have written here 75,000. Where from I got 75,000? 100 lakh into 75,000. This will be the loan amount. So this is the loan amount. That's why LTV is required. ये भी आपको समझ में नहीं आता है LTV का क्या? What is the LTV, loan to value ratio? If you do not know, again I am telling you, you are asking so basic question, na? You are Vishwajit, na?
Yes, sir. Formula was actually PV into R into LV.
आप करो ना PV into LTV. 100 lakh into 0.75. I have combinedly written 75 lakh here.
Okay, got it.
Shortcut मारा इधर. यहाँ पे भी shortcut मारा. To speedily expedite these things. Okay.
Yes, got it. Sir.
Now, if the interest rate is 12% instead of 9%, what is the monthly installment? So here, the same thing, 75 lakh is the PV, okay, multiplied by 12% is the interest rate. That means what will be the monthly? 12 divided by 1200. So how much it will be? So it will be 0.01. Clear? Divided by 1 plus 0.01 to the power 180 minus 1. So this is the formula. This is the PV multiplied by a rate of interest, which becomes 12 by 1200 becomes 0.01. So you take 0.01, then 1 plus R to the power N. So N will be again here 15 into 12. So 180, because it is a monthly one. So this will be the formula. So my answer is coming 15,013. So you can do it later and check it whether it is exactly same or near to this amount. Okay. Now, if he wants to get installments paid to him on quarterly basis instead of monthly, he wants quarterly basis on this thing. What would be the quarterly installment? So, for a quarterly installment, R will be 9 divided by 400. So, that means how much? 0.0225. And N will be how much? 15 into 4. N will be 60. So only R becomes this and this. So same thing happens. 75 lakh multiplied by 0.0225 divided by your 1.0225 to the power 60 minus 1. Okay. So somebody can use a scientific calculator if you are having, at least for a practice, you can do here in the session. You use a scientific calculator to get the correct answer for this. To immediately do it. Somebody, if you are having scientific calculator, please do it. Anybody having scientific calculator? The operation might be scientific. Or you have any mobile calculator. If you are webbing in Mobile Citizen or some calculator, you can turn it to scientific and do this. So you will get it. Okay. So what is the answer coming? 60,000, 266. Yeah, very good. Excellent. So my answer is also 60,266 coming. So whoever is getting around this answer, they are correct. Rajesh, Krishna Kumar, then somebody else also have answered that. Ankur, all three have given the correct answer. Fine. Mahesh also correct. Okay. So you know the formula. Only problem for this is the to the power of that big number. So right now you can use the scientific calculator, but later on how to use this simple calculator to get it, you please practice that one. Okay. Now next one you do. If he needs installment annually, what would be the annual installment? It is very simple. 75 lakh multiplied by 0.09 divided by 1.09 to the power 15 minus 1. So now again power 15 is also a difficult job. So you tell me what is the answer. It will be 255,440. If you are coming near to this, then you are correct. Anybody coming to 255,440, please let me know.
Sir, here LTV will not be multiplied, sir.
If this 75 lakh, where from I got? I'm directly writing here. So 100 lakh multiplied by 75% is this amount. Okay. So this is the PV, this is the LTV. मैं थोड़ा shortcut मार रहा हूँ यार. I am going in a shortcut, so to save time so that we can do maximum exercise. So PV into LTV. PV is 100 lakh. LTV is 75%. So 75 lakh I have taken directly. Here also 1.09. Here 1 plus R. So 1 plus 0.09. I have combined it and taken 1.09. Okay.
Okay, sir.
255,440. Everybody is getting, so good. Anita, why it is 25,544, or you have mistakenly typed that? Your answer, you have written 25,544.18. You do it again. It is 2,55,440. Somewhere 110 or something you missed by mistake. Okay, fine. Sangeeta also same. So everybody is getting the answer. Fine, fine. Okay, good. 488, Mr. AM Kaleswaran. 255, 488 is little bit higher. Okay. So maybe in the option box, you will not find that one. Okay. So 445 plus or minus or 10 plus or minus is okay. Yours is say 40 plus or minus. So that is not okay. Okay. Next you can do, if Manas Kumar needs 20,000 per month for his medical and living expenditure, find the value of the property required to be offered by him under reverse mortgage if the rate of interest is 9%. So here little bit difference. So what is this? Monthly. He wants it monthly. So R equal to how much? 9 divided by 1200 again. So this is 0.0075. Okay. And N equal to how much? 15 into 12. So 180. Okay. Now, using the formula of future value, we have to first find out that how much is the loan amount required. So we have to here use future value formula. So future value formula is A divided by R multiplied by 1 plus R to the power N minus 1. So here A is the annuity. So this is the annuity he is getting per month. So we can write that 20,000 divided by 0.0075 multiplied by 1.0075 to the power 180 minus 1. So how much you are getting, you tell me this after this. This will be 2666,667 into this how much? This 1.0075 to the power 180. Please use any scientific calculator and tell me what is the amount.
So 2.83804.
Silpa has, I think she has given the correct answer. Tell me how much?
2.83804.
2.83804. This is total after minus 1.
After subtracting.
Okay. So what is the amount coming? You just multiply and tell me.
Sir, it is 75 lakh 68,000.
25 lakh?
75 lakh 66,000.
115.
8,115. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will take this 70, 60, 75, 68 is, I think this will be the first 4 digit will be this one. After that, you can take anything. So I will take this is the correct 75, 68, 111. Okay. Because somebody is given 75, 67, somebody is given 75, 68, 67. So 67, 66, please recalculate. 75, 68 you take. So this 75, 68, 115. This is what? This is the amount of loan sanctioned by the bank. This is the amount of loan sanctioned by the bank. So this is the amount of loan sanctioned by the bank at 75% of the LTV. Say LTV was 75%. So now what is the property to be offered by him? So simply this amount divided by 75%. So how much is coming? 1 lakh, I said 100 lakh, little bit of more than 100 lakh. So definitely it will be 100 lakh.
100 lakh,
because
90,820.
90,820. Okay, fine. So this will be the property value he has to give to the bank on which bank will allow 75% of LTV to give him a loan of this, so that at 9% interest for 15 years, he gets 20,000 per month installment. Clear? So this is what the question might come. So you know how to do this. Okay. Now can I go to the next question?
Yes, sir.
Now, little bit of credit card. Already I have done this credit card thing in the classes, and still I will just, for a repetition, I'll tell that limit of credit card is the amount up to which the card holder can use the card. So a card holder is allowed to use his card up to the limit. Now everything is done through the system only. So automatically when the limit is crossed, his card will be declined at where he is using. Okay. Now every credit card has got a fixed date on a month of a month. So of a month on which the statement or the bill of the card is generated by the bank. So basically, that is always all the card issuing bank, they generate the bill on a fixed date of a month. Normally, the first week of the month, suppose first week of the month. So as I have explained to you, suppose 5th of every month, the bill is generated. Okay. And this is the statement date. This is called statement date or bill date. And there will be a due date. There will be a due date also. So we can say that this due date is, say, 24th of November. So every month the due date might be 24, or due date might be 23 or 25th also. That might change according to the days in the month. So basically, this will be the statement date fixed, and there is a due date. Okay. So now the statement date means prior to this statement, means 5th they are generating. So up to 4th, say this is the 5th of November, this is also 24th November. So here 4th of November is there. So prior 30 days. So that means from 5th of October. From 5th of October to 4th of November, during this period, what the card holder has used his card, that will be billed on this date. Along with, if any outstanding is there earlier, with interest, everything, that will also attend to that. Vishwajit, can you please mute your mic? Somebody has also requested in the chat to mute your mic. So many noises are coming. Please mute your mic. Okay. So this entire usages for this month, as well as anything which was previously not paid by the borrower, along with the charges, etc., will be billed on this date, and there is a due date. On or before due date, that amount has to be paid by the card holder. Okay, so due date is the date on or before which the billed amount needs to be paid. But in credit card, there is a facility given that is called revolving facility. That means the total amount which is shown as a due on this date, card holder may not be required to pay the whole amount. So every credit card issuing authority, they allow a minimum amount due. That means whatever amount due that is shown in this bill, 5% of that amount becomes minimum amount due. So if you pay that minimum amount due within this period, then you are not to be considered as a defaulter. Okay. So basically, this minimum amount due is placed as 5% of the total amount due as per the cost statement, or 250. So minimum 250 you have to pay. So 250 or this, whichever is higher, that has to be paid by the cardholder. Okay. Interest-free period. That means if all your uses which has been used during this period, that is 5th October to 4th November, if entire use, suppose you have used 10,000 and you have paid entire thing on or before 24th November, the use of 10,000 during this billing period was paid by you before the due date, on or before the due date. That means this amount you are not going to pay any interest or any charges. That period is free interest period. But if you do not pay this one, but you have paid this minimum amount due, then in the next billing, interest and other charges will be applicable for you. So this late fee means if the minimum amount due is paid, no late fee will be applicable. But the interest will be applicable on the amount which have been used by you, but you have not fully. So those are called the finance charges. So finance charges means a rate of interest which is charged for not making the full payment on or before due date. So this rate of interest which is charged are on monthly rates, on monthly basis. So if that is card issuer say 3% on monthly basis they will charge. So if the 100 rupees is due, so 3 rupees will be charged. So it will be 103 rupees per month. So these are calculated monthly. So these are the some features of this credit card you should know. So as per this, we'll do some exercise. So a credit card holder having a credit limit of 1 lakh purchased a product of 50,000 on 11th July 2022. How much? So 50,000 he has purchased using his card. The billing date and due date are 10th and 30th of every month. So 10th and 30th. So 10th is the billing date and 30th is the due date. And interest rate charged by bank is 3%. So bank charges 3% per month. He paid the credit card dues on 46th day from the date of purchase. So he paid on the 46th day. Day of purchase was 11/7/2022. 46th day he made the payment. So how much interest is to be paid by him? Now tell me, what is the 46th day? If the billing date is 10/8, so 11/7 is
August.
so it is 10/8 is the billing date and 38 is the due date. So he has paid, you are telling 25th of
25th of August.
25th of August. So he has paid this bill on or before due date. So no interest or anything will be charged to him. No interest is applicable. Okay. If a bank charges interest at 3% per month on unpaid credit card dues, find out what is the annual interest rate. Simply annual interest rate is 3 multiplied by 12. This is the annual interest rate. Because 3% per month, 12 months are there, 36% annual interest in the, that means it is asking about the annual simple rate of interest, that is 36%. But if the question is asked, find out what is the annualized interest rate or effective interest rate, that means this is the cumulative compound rate of interest it is asked. Because the 3% is charged monthly, every month. So 100 rupees, suppose is there first month, it will be charged. So 103. Next month, on 103, 3% will be charged. Again, like that, it's compounded. So in such cases, how to calculate this effective rate of interest? So this is 1 plus R 1 plus r to the power n minus 1. This is the rate of interest into 100. So how much it will be? 1 plus r is 0.03 to the power 12 minus 1 into 100. So 1.03 to the power 12 minus 1. How much it is coming? Rajesh 42, Vishwajit 52.
42.57.
42.58.
So most of the people are telling 42.58% is the annual. So if it is 3% per month means annually you are paying 42.50%. Suppose you have used 100 rupees and you have not paid the full amount, you are paying the minimum amount, then at the end of 1 year it will be 152.58. Okay. So 48.50% the interest rate you are paying on credit card. So that's why it is told that credit card should be used judiciously. Otherwise, it will be lead you to the gap.
So can you please show previous slide?
Sorry, previous question, please explain, sir. The 46.
Sir, this is 46 the day he is paying from the purchase, no, sir, not from the last billing date. So this crosses the free period, right?
How? Purchase date was what?
30th is the billing, no, sir. The last 30th. So the previous billing would have happened on 30th of June.
Previous billing was done on 10th of June. This was 10th of July. 10th of July was the billing date. So he has purchased
the payment date.
Huh?
So that is okay, sir. Thank you.
You are confusing me. 11/7 was 11/7 was the purchase date, and this will be billed in the 10th of August. Due date was 30th of August. So from purchase date he has paid on the 46th day. So you calculate from 11th of July to 46th day. Just somebody has calculated, people have calculated, they told that this is 25th of August.
Okay,
25th of August is on or before due date. Okay? So
Done,
no
sir.
interest
Done,
is
sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Credit card statement shows 16,800 to be paid by due date. That is 25/12/2021. 2021, this is the due date. How much was the due? 16,800 to be paid. The amount was not paid on the due date. So it has been default. Okay. How much will be the interest charge for the next billing cycle of 30 days if rate of interest is 3% per annum, or this is actually not annum, 3% per month actually, 3% per month, with a late payment fee structure of 350 for outstanding up to 10,000 and 500 from outstanding of 10,001 to 2,000. So this is 3%. It is not only delete this one. And rate of interest is 3%. Okay. Now you can you do this? So basically, first we have to find out what is the daily interest to be charged. Daily interest calculation for a credit card. Daily interest calculation is simply the outstanding amount, whatever the outstanding amount. So this was 16,800 multiplied by percentage multiplied by year, say month, how many months, and you divide it by that 365 into 100. So this percentage is there, that's why I have taken 100. Now 12 is there, 365 I have taken. So this is the daily interest. How much it is coming? This will come as how much this is coming? Can you solve it and tell me answer? Daily interest.
16.56.
16.56.
16.57.
5657.
Okay, 16.57. So that means this is the daily interest. Therefore, interest payable for the next installment cycle is equal to daily interest multiplied by number of days. What is the number of days for which he has not paid and what is the default? Next 30 days. So basically, billing cycle is 30 days. So in the next billing cycle, so it will be how much? 1657 into 30 days. So kitna aata hai? How much it is coming?
497.
So, but yesterday you told the interest will be from the date of purchase if the payment is not made on the due date.
Yeah. Any date is given?
No, sir.
Any purchase date is given? If purchase date is not given, how you are going to calculate? Simply calculate from the due date only. Okay, that 30 days period cycle is there. If purchase dates are given, then from the purchase date it will be so such type of question will be not asked because there is a very complicated issue in this credit card. Simple thing will be asked. Okay, so that is a totally different thing from the. So suppose a person has used every day 29 days in the month he has used 1 to 29 days. Everything used he has not paid. So will you be able to calculate for each one? It will take more than 10 or 15 minutes to calculate each one. But actually the system calculates. So here it is not available, so you have to calculate that only. So 497 is the amount of monthly interest he has to pay, and along with he has to pay the late fees. So what is the late fee he has to pay now?
500.
500.
Because his amount is below 20,000 but more than 10,000. So it will be 500. So he will be billed for 997 as the charges, financial charges and late payment fee, along with 16,800 he has not paid. Okay, so this is the late payment fee and interest applicable is 997.
Sir,
Apart
is
from
it
this,
850 late fee, sir, or 500 only, sir? Up to 10,000 and from 10,001 to 20,000 is 500 rupees, sir.
no. It means that it is not that way. It is that if your outstanding is up to 10,000, you late fee will be applicable 350. If it is more than 10,000, up to 20,000, then you will have 500. It doesn't mean that 350 plus 500. Okay, fee structure. This is the fee structure. It is not that for part of 10,000 you have to pay this after that. No. If somebody's outstanding is 9,500, so he has to pay 350 only. If somebody's outstanding is 12,000, then late fee applicable is 500 only. Okay, so according to that, late fee is a flat rate. This is a flat rate of fee. So according to slab, this is to be paid. So it is not 350 plus 500. It is the 500 only has to be paid by.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next one is little bit of capital gains tax. I will be just explaining to you so that it will be easier to you because one or two questions are coming under capital gains tax. So normally the capital gains tax has to be calculated. How to calculate those capital gains tax?
Sir, previous thing, please, sir. Question.
You people now always when I am explaining some things, that screen was available for 10 minutes. You did not do anything. When I start something, again you want those things. Really, I'm so sorry to see that. आपका ध्यान कहाँ रहता है? Wherever you are focusing on the classes or you are doing something else, you are busy with something else. I don't understand. हो गया? Is it over? Can I go ahead?
Sir.
Okay. So first, the question will be coming, how to calculate this long-term capital gain tax. So normally how these are done. So before we can just go ahead the formula, that is okay. But if you know the concept of what is this capital gains tax, on which it is applicable, then it will be easier for you. Because just by mugging up the formula is not a solution. Because sometimes you might forget the formula. If you know the concept, then you can apply the logic and the formula will be clear to you. So what is this long-term and short-term capital gains? So first we'll understand what is capital gains tax, then I'll tell you what is long-term and what is short. Long-term or short-term capital gain tax, when it will be applicable. Suppose a person is holding any kind of asset. Asset may be financial asset or it might be any asset, any building, land, building, whatever be. So he is holding an asset for a definite period. Say for a definite period he is holding. Okay. Now, this period ranges as per the income tax. This period should be from 1 year to 3 years. Say 1 year to 3 years across different asset classes. The period of holding is to be considered as this much. Okay. So when this tax, capital gain tax will be applicable, suppose you are holding this asset for a period. After that period, some say 2 year, 3 year period, you are selling this. You are going to sell this property or asset. So you are selling this one. That means what? When you are selling, suppose you have acquired this asset at a price of say 100 rupees, say 100 lakh rupees or something like that, 100 rupees. Now, while selling, you are selling it, say, after appreciation, you are selling at rupees of 200. That means 100 rupees you have invested on certain date, and while you are selling it, the price is appreciated and you are selling at 200 rupees. That means this 100 rupees difference is your gain on your capital, which you have sold, disposed of. Okay. So when you sell an asset like this, then after that, this income, this will be treated as the gain or this will be treated as income by the income tax people. And on this, if you take this as an income, then you add to your earlier income, whatever income is there, if you add this one, then definitely you will be calculating the income tax as per the 10%, 20% or 30%. Definitely it will be more than 30% slab, you have to pay the tax. But normally, since these are the things which are very rarely done by the people, it is not a continuous process. Some of the people might be selling their houses maybe within a period of 10 years or 15 once only happens. So for that reason, government has income tax rule is telling that you did not add it to the entire income to calculate the tax. But you have to, because why income tax is giving this such a relaxation? Because during this period, say 5 year or 3 year, 4 year, whatever you period you have sold this, during this period, definitely inflation has also happened. And due to inflation, your value of the rupee must have also depreciated. So on depreciation value, you have to take that depreciation value also for calculation of the car. If you take that depreciation, then definitely you should not pay the tax on 100 rupees as a gain, but it might be lower than that. So this is basically a rebate which is given by government to you. Do you understand the concept? Okay. So Long term means when the asset is held for a very short period. Then the tax is called short-term capital gains. When the asset is held for a longer period, that is more than 1 to 3 year period or more than that, then long-term capital gains tax will be applicable. So for this purpose, two things we remember, two things are not eligible. Two things are not taken into consideration for this capital gain tax. One is your bank FD. If you are keeping your money in bank FD, they are not treated under capital gains tax. Only the interest portions will be taken as a income, and on that you have to pay the tax. TDS bank will deduct under, but that will be not on. And the equity shares which are normally somebody is holding and they are selling it within a very short term period. So FD and equity shares are not part of this capital gain tax. They are to be treated under the income head of your whatever income tax you are paying, income head. The income from FD and income from equity share will be taken into income. So there is no relaxation as which is provided under capital gains tax. Okay, so is it clear, somewhat clear? If it is not fully clear, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Because of inflation, when the money is depreciating, so income tax authority has allowed that the 100 rupees you should not take into the income, but there is a other formula which we have to apply considering the inflation index into consideration, and we'll find out what will be the income on which tax will be calculated, and on that a flat rate of tax is applicable. So two slabs are there, two rates are there. One is 10%, another is 20%. These are the rate which will be applicable under capital gain. It is not that 5%, 10%, 30%, like that slabs are, no. Flat rate of 10%, 20% is applicable. Now we'll see that where these rates of things are applicable and how this is done. Okay. So there are basically two ways. I can tell you that there are two ways to calculate the long-term capital gains tax. Normally questions will come under long-term, short-term will not come. Okay. So two ways the calculation of capital gain tax is called. One is called calculate the tax with indexation. And calculate the tax without indexation. So basically, as I told you, that with indexation means why these two methods are given, you can calculate what is the tax applicable with indexation and what is the tax which is to be paid by you without indexation, and whichever is lower, you can pay that thing. Okay. So with indexation means what? The government understands that you might have bought a product or asset, but after you are selling after a few years. In this process, as I told you, inflation has happened, and inflation has destroyed your value of money. So what might cost 100 today? What might cost 100 today? It might cost 130 after a period of 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. So that means this price rise, if you calculate, you can say that there is a certain percentage of inflation has happened for which 100 rupees has become 130. So according to that, government decides what is the inflation rate. Say here inflation rate was 5.4%. So due to inflation rate having 5.4%, 100 rupees has become 130 after 3 years or 4 years. Because inflation is again a rate which is compounded. It is not a simple rate. It is compounded rate. So if you sell the product, Suppose same thing, 100 rupees, 130 now it is value. Now you are selling the product after 5 years for rupees 150. Say you are selling this property at 150. That means we are taking that this is the purchase value, this is the sale value. So 50 rupees is the gain we are taking. But if you take the inflation into consideration, this 100 rupees has become 130. 130 after that 5-year or 3-year period. When you are selling 150, that means your actual profit is 150 minus 130, that is 20 rupees. Because if you have kept 100 rupees in investing in bank FD or something, then that would have matured 130. So that future value of 130, you have sold at 150. So your actual gain is 20, not 50. That is the thing, the relaxation which is allowed by the government. So for this purpose, how to calculate this? Government of India releases one index that is called cost inflation index. That is for indexation purpose. Cost inflation index. Every year, this cost inflation index is announced by government. So you can see that for the last 40, 50 years, what are the cost inflation index on such and such year, you can find that figure. So normally this index is released by government every year in the month of May. Okay, so for the last financial year, the last financial year was 2022. So we can say that 2021 April to March 2022, this was the financial year. The CII of this year is announced in May 2022 only. So how to calculate this one? So basically, through this indexation method, how to calculate? Basically, what is the first actual cost of purchase? So what is the purchase cost? You have to take the purchase cost, multiply by CII of sale year, means which year you have sold it, divided by CII of purchased year. So you have to find out what is the CII of that year, and you have to see what is the CII on purchase year. So just what is the purchase cost, multiply by this, divided by this, it will be your amount. So capital gain will be calculated as capital gain equal to sale price minus, this is called indexation cost price. So this is called indexation price. So your capital gain will be sale price minus this price what you have. So indexed cost of acquisition. This is the purchase cost. With purchase cost, we are indexing it. So this is the indexation cost of acquisition or purchase. So from the sale price, you have to deduct this one, not the purchase cost. So definitely when you do this, your 100 rupee will become 130. So if your purchase cost is 100, then indexation cost will be 130 due to application of this. That means your sale price, say 200 you have sold, so 130 will be there. So 70 rupees will be your capital gain. And on this, 20% flat tax has to be paid. So that is the tax to be paid on this. Okay, is it clear? So simply I will just give an example. Suppose you have bought, say, 1,000 units of any mutual fund or debt fund. Let's say 50 rupees per unit in, say, 2018 and 19. And you have sold it this is the purchase. You have purchased this. You have sold it, sold the entire 1,000 units in say 2019-20 for rupees 55. 50 rupees were cost, 55 rupees you have paid. Okay. So now, suppose the indexation cost is given. Okay. So suppose the indexation cost is given as say for the year 632 and 532. Okay, fine. So 632 and 532 respectively. 632 and 582. Suppose indexation, the CII has been given as this CII of 632 is the CII of sale year. So this is the sale year and this is the purchase year CII. So how to calculate this? Okay. So simply, what is the purchase price? How much will be the purchase price? 1,000 into 50. So how much it is? 50,000. Okay. Now what is the sale price? 55,000. Okay. So calculate the indexation cost of acquisition. So it will be how much? 50,000 multiplied by 632 divided by 582. So this comes to
54,295.
Right. So your capital gain will be how much? Capital gain will be how much? 55,000 minus
295.
295. So kitna hua? 05
705.
705. So on this 20% will be the tax. How much it will be? 20% means 5. 5 means 141. Okay, clear? No issue with this. So this is the
So, but the long-term capital gain and short-term capital gain, the rate is same or what?
See, short-term capital gains are calculated. So suppose you have invested in some asset class. If they are held for a very short period, then those will be taxed as short-term capital gains, except for the see in the question what is the rate it will be given. I have told you that this is 20% and 10%. The which indexation it is always 20%. Without indexation it is 10% for long term. So it will be given in the question. Question will be telling you what is the short term or long term capital gain tax rate will be given. Okay, it might be given 10% or 20% or 15%, whatever is given, you have to calculate. What is the exact rate? I do not know about short term, because short term, I didn't have any short term capital gain. I don't have read that one. I know about the long term because certain things are there where these things are calculated by me. So I am telling that this 20 and 10. So in the question, this rate will be given to you. Do not worry
what
about
is the period. What is the period for the short term? Is in
short term is
1 year?
within 1 year.
Yeah, less than 1 year.
Within 1 year. It is not more than 1 year. More than 1 year becomes a long term. Okay. So don't worry about short term. No questions comes about the short term thing. Only questions are coming about your the long term questions are coming. Okay. Now, without indexation, how to say? Without indexation means it is very simpler. There is an allowance to escape or to avoid the higher taxes. So you can calculate with indexation and without indexation, and income tax authority say you can pay whatever you want. So basically without indexation means simply sale price minus your purchase price. Simply what is the sale price and purchase price, and that you have to pay that 10% of the capital gain. So you calculate which is coming as a benefit for you. You can choose with indexation or without indexation. In some cases, it might be better for a taxpayer to pay this without indexation. But most of the cases, normally, it is better to pay that with indexation. So you can calculate both, and whichever is lower, you can pay. Okay? Here. So this is what the long term with indexation and without indexation. Okay? Now, you can do this exercise. Calculate the capital gain. If you had bought 3,000 units of debt fund at 102 rupees per unit in June 2017 and sold 2,500 units in August 2020 for 130 rupees. So how to calculate? Here, remember that only these units which are sold by you, for that the capital gain tax will be applicable. Unsold units will not be applicable for capital gains tax. Always remember, because when you sell only, the capital gain tax comes into picture. So here 3,000 units have been bought by you, out of which 2,500 you have sold. So basically, we have to consider these 2,500 units only. So at this stage, what will be the purchase price? When you are calculating this capital gain, what will be the purchase price taken as per this question? What would be the purchase price taken? 100 to
3,000
multiplied by, very good, multiplied by 2,500 units only. So it becomes 25 means 2,55,000.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2,55,000. This is the purchase price. And sale price?
3,25,000.
3,25,000. Okay. So this is the purchase price and sale price. Now you find what is the indexed cost of acquisition?
Acquisition is 2017.
255,000 multiplied by 264 sale price. Sale year is to August 2020. So 264 divided by June 2017 means 1718. So 220. 220. So how much it is coming?
306,000.
306,000. So what is the capital gain? Capital gain will be how much? 325,000 minus 306,000. So it is rupees 19,000, right? 19,000. So here only capital gain has to be calculated. The question asks, what is the capital gain? So capital gain here is 19,000. Clear? No issue with this? This type of question will work. Simple thing. Can I go ahead?
So no, sir. So how we arrived at 264 and 220?
When it was sold?
2020. Okay,
20,
sale.
which
Okay,
month?
okay, okay.
Which month? So this month means which financial year? Okay. So June 17, which financial year? Simple, you have to take that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, a land with a building was purchased in 2007 for 15 lakh. The same was sold in the year 2022 at a price of 35 lakh. Cost of inflation index at the time of purchase was 281 and that of sale was 580. Calculate the capital gain. Can you calculate it? So basically, if the sale price is how much? 35 lakhs. Sale price was 35 lakhs. So find out what is the, so 35 lakh is the sale price.
3,93,238.
Pardon? How much?
3,93,238.
That is the capital gain or that is the year price?
Capital gain.
Huh?
Capital gain.
So you are calculated capital gain with 2,93,000.
Wait a minute.
238. 238.
3,93,238.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for other people, this is the sale price minus purchase price was how much? 15 lakh. 15 lakh multiplied by 582 was the CIE on sold sell date and 281 is the purchase date. So if you solve it, you will get 393,238, which is the calculate the capital gain. Find out the tax with indexation at 20%. So basically, with indexation means simply this into 20%. It is how much?
78,647.
647. So this is the amount of capital gain tax with indexation. Now calculate the tax without indexation.
2 lakh.
Without indexation, simply 35 minus 15. So it is 20. 20 at 10% calculation. So it is 2 lakh only. Okay? Clear? There is no problem. Now you can do this. Mr. Bhavani bought a house.
Sir, once previous slide, sir, we'll take screenshot.
Tomorrow I will share the PPT. Why you are taking the screenshot? I have erased. What is the purpose? Tomorrow I will be sharing the PPT to all. You want to screenshot, you want also PPT, you want study material, you lot of things you want, but you will not score a 70% or 80%. Okay. What was telling Vishwajit, your voice, I can hear you. Tell me.
Third number answer what, sir? Question number third answer, calculate tax without indexation, 10%.
अब क्या चाय पी रहे हो, खाना खा रहे हो या सो रहे हो, क्या है? Third question answer was 2 lakh.
Okay.
कहाँ रहते हो यार? Whenever class is going, why you are not looking at me? I am here for the last 2 hours. I am shouting at 1.5 hours. I am spending so much of energy on you, but you are आपके ध्यान और कहीं पे है. Now, see, Bahubali bought a house for 10.50 lakh on 26 January 2012. He constructed a first floor in March 2015 by spending 3.75 lakh. On 15th August 17, he sold the property at 25 lakh. For transfer of the property, his expenses for registration was 1 lakh. Find out the taxable capital gain if the index in 2012 was 406, 2014 was 447, 16-17 is was 497. Now, how to calculate it? Tell me. Can you do that? Simply, so taxable capital gain will be applicable on the, what is the sale value, what is the sale consideration, minus your selling price, minus your indexation cost of acquisition and any improvement done for that expenses. So this is to be, so this is indexation, indexed cost of acquisition plus any improvement if done between those things. So what is the sale value?
25 lakh.
Sale consideration is 25 lakh. Okay. This is the 25 lakh sale consideration. Then what is the selling expenses? This is selling expenses, if any. Selling expenses, how much?
1 lakh.
1 lakh. Then indexed cost of acquisition you find out. How much is that?
406.
Huh?
406.
4 years. No. Indexed cost of acquisition you have to find out. Na?
Cost
So
of 10
on 1050 you have to calculate on sale. Sale was done in August 17. So 497
divided by 406.
406. How much it will be?
9,56,000, sir.
9 lakh 56,000. How much can you tell me again?
1,85,345.
1 lakh, no. 10 lakh 50 into 497 divided 406. How much you are getting?
12.85,344.
1285, 384.
384. Okay.
No, it's a 12 lakhs, sir. 12.
12 lakh. Yes.
12 lakh 85, 384. Okay.
Yeah.
Plus, what is the improvement cost?
3,75,000.
3,75,000. So you add 3,75,000. So now you solve all this. This 25 lakh minus 1 lakh, say 24 lakh. Minus this plus this, how much?
$16,60,384.
You are giving me this answer or total answer?
No. This answer only, sir.
How much?
16 lakhs.
12 and 16 lakh?
60,384.
60,384. Okay. Now, from 24 lakhs, this you deduct, how much it is coming?
7 lakh
7 lakh?
39,000.
39,000?
616.
616. I hope everybody is doing correctly. Whatever he has told, I have written. 7 lakh 39, 616 is the correct. Okay. So many people have done. Vishwajit 6.97 lakhs. Anyway, whatever it is. So this is the process. Suppose this type of things are given, then you have to, what are the expenses, you have to deduct that one, as well as whatever the improvement charges you have done, that has to be also deducted. Then only you can find out this is the amount of capital gains. Okay. Now I'm going to last this because already also some of the question might come. So please read these things. Other things are almost same type of capital gain tax, everything. For 3.7 lakh cost index amount have to calculate it or not? See, I told you na, that has to be minus. Those are the, see, registration cost and this improvement cost to be deducted simply. 1 lakh and 375 has to be deducted. Kavita, you have asked this question. Now you understood this. That's why I have told that from 25 lakh, I have deducted 1 lakh. Then I have deducted the indexation cost, purchases cost. Then also I have deducted that improvement cost, that 3.75.
Sir, for 3.75 lakhs also, we have to calculate index amount, na sir?
No.
For the periods, 4 years period.
No, that is, that is you have spent that money. You have spent for improvement. It is not for buying the property.
For buying only, we have to calculate index amount, sir.
Only when you bought acquisition of property, only that indexation will be to be calculated. Other expenses incurred to be deducted, because expenses incurred for the registration charge or improvement of the property, you have spent now. Why you pay income tax on that?
Okay, sir. Okay.
When it is coming to you, Lakshmi is coming, you have to pay tax. Lakshmi is going, you don't have to pay tax. Simple thing. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Now this is about the rating. Sometimes this rating thing will come. So please read this one. You are the credit officer in your branch. During the month of April 2002, your branch manager had given you few retail lending proposals for examining them whether to go ahead with the proposal for sanctioning the retail loans or not. So you have to take the decision whether it will be sanctioned or not based on your assessment on the CIBIL reports of each proposal. You are required to furnish your most appropriate decision for the under mentioned questions. The proposals details are this. Simply, the name of the borrower, Mr. Dhoni, agribusiness is doing 6 lakh loan, he has applied, CIBIL score is -1. Dhoni is a farmer having 5 acres of agricultural land with a reasonable income. He maintains, this is his account, so. Okay, so these are the details given. Okay, now I will go to one question where the details are still there. So don't have to read this question. So I will go one by one with that thing. So you please answer. So just answer out of all these 5 proposals received. Find out which one is not showing any history of past loan according to the CIBIL score.
MS Dhoni.
MS Dhoni.
MS Dhoni.
Okay, very good. Because whenever this -1 comes, that means or that indicates that there were no records of any previous loan or no history of loan available. So for this, there is no. Other than that, everything is there. Okay, very good. Next one. As per CIBIL score, which score among the following seems to be ambiguous or incorrect out of these 4?
280.
280.
Why 280?
300 is the minimum.
300 is minimum.
Below 300, sir.
300. What are you doing? Whether D is the correct answer or not? Who is told that below 300?
B, sir. B, sir.
It means you are telling this is not correct. Okay. Okay. So CIBIL score will be either -1 or it will range from 300 onwards. Okay. 300 to 900. So normally anything below 300 is not normal. Okay. So this is okay. Now tell about this. This is the customer for which he is applying for a consumer loan, 2 lakh rupees. His CIBIL score is 560. He is working in state government office with a monthly salary of 36,000 per month, but his salary account is with another bank, not your bank. And he does not maintain any account with your bank. So what would be your most appropriate decision on Sanju Samson's loan application as per the information available? A, not to be considered as his monthly salary is less. B, not to be considered as his CIBIL score is not less than 600. Yes, can be considered as he is working in a state government office and having a steady income which is favorable. No, cannot be sanctioned as he is having his salary account with another bank. So what will be your decision?
B, sir. B, sir. Less than 600.
B for Bombay or D for Delhi?
B for Bombay.
CIBIL score is less than 600.
Delhi.
Less than 600.
So who is telling Delhi? Delhi, who is telling?
Myself,
Which bank, sir? Mallikarjun Rao, which bank?
Bank of India, sir.
Bank of India, do you always insist that salary account has to be there for consumer loan sanction?
As of now, nowadays it's mandatory, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, that is not so mandatory thing. There is no such, it might be your bank is telling, but there is no such thing that you cannot give a loan to somebody who is not having an account. You should credit card to somebody who doesn't have an account with you.
Not like that, sir.
Not like that, okay. See, I am having 3 or 4 credit cards from different banks where I don't have any account also. So that is more than personal loan. Na? So answer is B, correct answer is B, because under 600 score is considered as a poor score. It is not a good score, poor score. Meaning there is some kind of inherent risk inside this score. So at present, For this score, if you give any loan, there might be risk involved. Therefore, based on the credit score, the loan may not be considered for sanction at the present moment. Okay. Now, next one. Veda Krishnavati, personal loan 3,700,000 scores. She lives in a rented house and belongs to Nellore, Andhra Pradesh. She is unmarried and runs a beauty parlor in your city within a reasonable distance from your branch with a monthly earning of 25,000. Her savings account is there with you, but no significant transactions are there. The average balance in the SB account is less than 5,000 for the past couple of years. So, what will be your decision? Yes, can be considered as civil score is more 700 and is creditworthy. No, she belongs to another city and stays in rented house. Moreover, she is an unmarried woman. Yes, banks should promote small business, especially to women entrepreneurs. Also, she is having an average civil score. No, at present, we cannot consider her proposal as her monthly earning is low and her SB account indicates that her overall financial position is not so impressive or stable, which may pose risk to the bank.
D, sir. D for Delhi.
D for
C
Delhi.
option, sir. C option.
D, sir.
C, sir. C.
C, sir.
Sir, D.
D,
Delhi.
sir.
This is C. The people who are telling C, how can you tell C? Small business, अब small business loan दो ना, personal loan क्यों दोगे उनको? If you do small business, you give the small business loan. Why allow personal loan? Personal loan is for the purpose of personal use only. It is not for business use. So C cannot be the reason.
Your voice is not clear, sir.
Voice is
My
not
voice
clear.
is
Voice is not clear.
C cannot be the region. And now it is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, it's clear.
C cannot be the correct answer because of the fact that personal loan cannot be given for small business simply. So D would be the correct answer. So we cannot consider
it's not clear.
at present. Another 2 slides. Please bear with me because I think this Bluetooth battery might have been adjusted. Okay. Now this one. Virat Kohli, he wants to purchase a car with a 7 lakh, score is 785. He is working with Wipro with a salary of 75,000 per month, stays in the same town as your branch. Then civil report shows a loan is outstanding with HDFC Bank, which is regular with an outstanding of 80,000 at present. Now tell me which is the correct answer.
D.
D, sir.
D.
Everybody is agreeing with D?
D, sir.
D, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
D, sir.
D.
Okay, very good. Because his past history is also good, his score is also good, so there is no problem. He stays near to you, his earning income is so good, so there is no
D.
problem in sanctioning this one. Okay, very good.
D, sir.
Next one. Housing loan 25 years, 50 lakh, 842 Dinesh Karthik. He is an officer in groundwater department of central government for the past 8 years. His salary account is with your branch, which shows satisfactory operations. His monthly gross salary is 65,000 per month and has a leftover service of 26 years. Now read the options and tell me.
C, C.
B. P.
Sir, B. B for Bombay.
B for Bombay. Okay, somebody is B. Then
C, C.
C.
A.
iPhone is C. B who told? B?
B, sir.
Muhammad
Wajid.
Wajid. Okay, Wajid is B and
sir.
iPhone is C.
Yes.
Huh?
A.
B.
Oh, very good. A. Anybody who come with D? So that all the options will be correct. See here, one catch is there which you are not getting.
D,
Here
sir.
the
D, Delhi.
Shruti, Delhi. Okay. Okay, see. So complete ho gaya na? A, B, C, D all completed now. Okay. Now here just read everything is fine. Now here one thing you are not considering. Here gross salary is given. How much? 65,000.
Into 60%.
Now, here see 50 lakh. Here rate of interest is given. Tenure is also given. So you have to calculate what is his EMI will be.
Available.
So as per this, I have calculated the EMI. EMI comes to I think how much? 40,000 something. 40,000.
45,000.
45,000 or 40,000 something will come. So EMI comes to 40,000. Say 40,000 in EMI. EMI will come to around 40,000 or little bit more than that. So that means what will be his net take home pay? If 40,000 is his
25,000.
More than
25,000, sir.
25,000.
25,000.
38%.
But so actually it should be 40%. 40% of 65,000. So it is becoming how much? 38%. So on this region at present you cannot sanction. So this is what the C will be the correct answer. Whoever told this C is the correct answer, just a wild guess he has done, or if you have calculated, then fine. So in such type of question, you should be careful. If the EMI for home loan is given, you should be careful to calculate. That will be the correct answer. Okay. So we have completed almost all the type of questions which will come.
Sir?
So,
Here in the question, it is not mentioned about rate of interest, na, sir? Only it is in the option.
Option is there, na? Option it is given. Option somewhere in the question or option it is given. Na? So you have to calculate that. You have to see that one.
Okay, okay, sir.
But actually, your logic is correct. It should have been given in the question itself, so that you could have focused. Now you have missed it. That's why you are pointing my mistake. Anyway, the question should have been given. Logic is fine. It should have been in the question, so that easy to understand that. For next batch, I will put that into the question. Okay. So that ends today's thing. So all the very best for the examination. So tomorrow I will share this PPT, so you can. I think the PPT for sessions I have already shared. Biju has shared it. This numerical problem PPT I will share tomorrow morning.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So tomorrow morning,
Sir, tomorrow risk
sir.
management class.
Thank you, sir.
Problem this time, sir.
Risk management numericals.
Risk management numerical, sir.
This all the best is for retail banking.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So here I have
Thank you,
written.
sir.
You are not reading. This is for retail banking. Risk management, balance sheet management are totally separate.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Those people who will be there, I will be there. I am ready. Don't worry. This all the best is for tomorrow. Also twice I will give for risk management or balance sheet management. One all the best will be also there. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Sir,
Thank you, sir.
more
Good night, sir.
discussion with,
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.